Hello friends, today we will discuss about C# programming some concepts. So here is the today's topic. What is Enum in C#, how to initialize and access the members of Enum, explain Enums with examples. So one by one we will see Enum concept with examples. So let's begin. First topic we have Enum. So what is a Enum? An Enum enumeration is a distinct type that contains a set of named constant. So enum is like a enumeration distinct type, means only we can put unique values, means constant values. We cannot create duplicate values into that enum table. So it is also called enum table, where we provide some values and on the time where we need it we can get that from enum table. It is used to represent a collection of related values with meaningful names. So if we provide some meaningful data to enum table, then we can get that data from that enum table where we required. Means we can add a bulk of data into enum. If we do not want to write the same code again and again, means write the same values again and again, we simply use the enum table where we provide some values and get that from that enum table. Default underlying type, that is int, values start from 0 unless specified. So enum table, if we do not provide any value, means if we only provide the named constant names only that into that enum table, then it starts the value from 0 only. But if we provide some values like 1, 2, any value, any numeric value we provide that constant, then it starts from that value. Otherwise, if it is unspecified, we do not provide any value, then by default it starts from 0 and increment one by one to the next values. So here we have the syntax of enum. Suppose we have enum table and we provide 3 constant. Here we do not provide any value, so it starts from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. Like that, it will increment according to the constant values. By default, the underlying type of enum is int. As I already told you, its by default type is integer. The first member has value 0 by default and the next has 1 and so on, unless you specify values manually. So its by default value is 0. If we do not provide or specify any value to the enum table, then it will start from 0. Otherwise, if we provide some value, then it will go according to that values and next value will be incremented by 1 and so on. Next we will talk about initialization and accessing enum members. So how to initialize? You can assign explicit values. So here we provide some data, means days data to this enum table. We create enum table with enum keyword and we provide days name to this enum, and we provide constant values like Sunday to Saturday, and here we provide the values Sunday for 1 to 7. And here if we want to access these enum members, so how we can initialize it or how we can access these members? In this way we can access, means the enum table value, enum table name, means days dot Wednesday. Now it will give us Wednesday, not the value, not the numeric value. It will provide only Wednesday name, means a constant name it will give us. And if we want to get the numeric value, so we have to typecast the values, means with integer. In this way we can get the integer value, means 4. It will only supports the integer values or char values. It will not support string values. If we provide string values in double quote, then it will throw the compile time errors. And it also do not support the same values, means if we provide Saturday, then again if we want to provide the Saturday constant name, then it will give us a compile time error because it is already specified into this enum table. So duplicacy is not allowed into enum table. Next we have some examples of enum table. First we declare this enum table with the days and we provide some data, means weekdays, weekends data, and here if we want to display all these data, then in this way with the for each loop we can display all data into this enum table. Next we have, if we want to get the user input, then we can do in this way with the integers, and in this way we find that data is available into that enum table or not, and then we can simply display. and here we have a single char values. If we provide these values, then it will give us Unicode numeric values, like a Unicode value is 65, so it will provide us 65 values. Like if we want to get this value, means this integer values, then it will give us 65 values. Now let's see these examples in Visual Studio. First we have to create enum with this Sunday, Monday, Sunday, Sunday. So we provide this constant data. Suppose if we provide already declared constant name, now it is giving us compile time error because it does not support this type of values, means duplicate values it does not support. So we have to provide unique values into this enum table, means some meaningful names for this. And if we want to get all these data, we can use for each loop, or if we want to get only one constant values, then we can use simply one value. Suppose if we want to display all data, then in this way we can display enum dot get values, then type of, then days, now let's see all these values with the console.write line. Now let's see what it will give us. Now it is giving us all the values from Sunday to Saturday, but here is the thing, we do not provide any value, means any starting value to this Sunday, means constant name, constant value, get this value by default 0. So it start from 0 and increment one by one throughout the constant values. So we have 0 to 6 values from Sunday to Saturday. So in this way we can display all the data. Suppose if we provide some values, then how it will react into this situation. Now it starts the Sunday from one value because we provided one value to Sunday, means constant name. Now one by one it increments all the values from 1 to 7. Suppose if we do not want to get this one, we do not want any numeric value, then what it will print. Now it will give us only constant names, means Sunday to Saturday without any numeric name. If we want to get the numeric values also, then we have to use the integer typecasting for this one. If we want to get all list, then we can use for each loop. Suppose if we do not want to get all the list, we only want some values, means one value, then in this way we can get only one value. Dot Wednesday, okay, dot Wednesday. Here if we want to get the constant name as well as the numeric value, so in this way we can get. Now let's see the result. So here we have the result, means Wednesday 4 value, because it start from 1 and 1 2 3 4, it will give us Wednesday 4 value, because it increments, auto increments one by one. By default it starts from 0. If we do not specify any value to this one, then it will start from 0. Otherwise, if we provide any value to this starting constant variable, then it will start from that value and increment it by 1. So in this way we can display, suppose if we want to get the user input, then how we can get it? We can do in this way. Read line, now this, then exist day, these, and then number which we provided. Now let's see. First we have to provide some value. Suppose here we want to provide 6 value. Now what it will print? It is giving us Friday 6, because it started from one value, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now in this way we can give the user input, according to that we can get the output. So next, if we want to use the single char values, let's look into this one also. It supports single character values and integer values, but it will give the numeric values, means the Unicode values for this single character. Suppose if we want to display these values, then we can use the char value dot a and then value dot a. Now let's see. Now it is giving us constant name, that is a, and Unicode value, that is 65. So this is the Unicode value, that is 65. Suppose if we want to display all the values, then we can use for each loop. Here we can change the values. Now let's see what it will print, and char values, and also the Unicode values. Now we have all the constant names with Unicode values. As we do not provide any value to this, as you can see, we only use the single char values. So it will give us the Unicode values, means starting from 65 means a Unicode value, and then so on according to the alphabets. And in this way we can display the numeric values with constants. So this is the concept of enum table. We can provide any data into this, meaningful names without any duplicate values, okay, without any duplicate constant values we can provide. And in this way we can display one by one. We can display, means if we need only one value, then in this way we can directly display one value, and if we want to display all the values, we can use for each loop for this one. Next we have one real world example in user roles. If we want to give some access to the admin or any user or any editor, means any viewer, specific access permission we want to give some users, then we can do in this way. Now let's see this one also. Suppose here we can create a new enum with access permission. Admin user tab viewer. Now let's access this in switch case. Here we can provide some keys on this one. To admin, then display some message from this one. We have to use a break. Here we can provide some cases. Here we can change the conditions, user, editor, and then viewer. Okay. Here also we can check the names. Okay, now let's see what it will print. Here we provide means give the permission to admin only. Here we provide the admin and it is accessible by only admin. So here it provide one value as we provide into enum table. So here if we want to change to editor, then now it is editable for editor also, but it is giving us okay, here we have to change the names also. Now it is giving us the editor values, means it is accessible for editor also. Editor can also access this file. So it is giving us 20 value as we provided 20 value in enum table. So this is all about the enum tables, how we can create it, how we can access it, in which scenarios we can use. So this is all about the enum table. Next we have today's summary. So let's revise what we learned today. Enums define a set of named constants for better readability and maintainability. So enums defined named constants means unique values we can provide, named unique constant values we can provide to enum table. So it is more means better for readability and better for maintainability. If we do not want to write the same code, same numeric value again and again into our programs, multiple programs, we can create one enum for that, where we specify that value and then we can use that common enum table wherever we want to use. So it is more readable and more maintainable into our programs. The default underlying type is int starting from 0 unless specified. So by default its type is integer, means if we do not provide any value to that constant, then it will start from 0 value, and if we want to specify our values into that constant, then we can provide that values also. They improve code clarity compared to using numeric literals. So it improves the code readability, means code clarity. We can use enum table for that. If we do not want to complex our logic, complex our program, then for this we can create enum tables, and we can provide all numeric values into that enum tables, and then we can use that enum tables as multiple times as we want to use. It commonly used with switch case and in real world scenarios like roles. So mostly it is used in switch cases and real world scenarios like roles, as I already discussed with you into previous example. So this is all about enum concept. You can practice all these examples into your Visual Studio. If you have any doubt related with enums or with any example, you can mention them into the comment section. So let's wind up today's session. Thanks. See you in the next lecture.